now. Jackson on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would break a big one. He just did.
And what did his offensive – remember we talked with the offensive line? And one of the guys, one of the stalwarts said, I don't even have to make a great block for him. If I just breathe bad breath on the guy in front of me, often that opens up enough space for him to go.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Allen now on 1st down. And the grab by Croft. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the starters on the defensive side of the ball for the Ravens. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. to the air. Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A 60-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hey, number 8's coming. Number 8's Mike. Single.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. On third down, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. First down, Barkley, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
From the gun, Jackson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down. 90 is the mic.
Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay. It's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Delay of game, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, it's Giants-Eagles from chilly Philadelphia. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Hey, look, 80! Go back to 48 right now. Let's go. Take back, take back.
On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, the Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. The intended touch. Now it's 3rd down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And some room to maneuver. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Ed Oliver in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead, not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Jackson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down movement. On 3rd down, Barkley.
Came out in a power set. That only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get a bit, but first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started over at Mercedes downtown and away from halftime, all time. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. The Dolphins looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8th. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Watch the curve.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Ravens.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. These RPOs are all part of the new Baltimore offensive scheme. They changed coordinators in the offseason, and the thought was to utilize more run-pass options to take advantage of the versatile skill set of Lamar Jackson. Remember, they revamped things last year midseason when Jackson became the starter and then did more of a full overhaul after the coaching change this summer. But Jackson will tell you that kept he and his offensive mates busy trying to learn, adjust, and implement. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run on first down. Edwards. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Down right around the 25.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Let's go. Time to end it. Silver up, Silver.
Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Tucker left that one out to the right. It's no good, off the mark, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. He finds Yeldon. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Brown. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A toss out to Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Jackson on 1st down. He's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
You can't stop me.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still fourth down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Draw play. This is Yeldon. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Get him, boy! Get him!
Makes it 3rd down and 10.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From midfield, here's Allen. The open man is Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Doug Martin with touchdown number 7 on the year, and the Bills have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now Hausch going to tack on the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Doug Martin touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
At the line for this next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Again, it's Barkley. Oh, look at the juke. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. to throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Jackson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Jackson operating from the gun. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Trent Murphy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson throwing left side. It's complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Jackson now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Allen and the Bills now down 17-14, a minute 12 to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. To throw is Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards and the Bills will get a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's second down. To throw. Allen. He goes underneath for Yeldon. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Allen. And that's caught by Smith. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Allen to throw. John Brown's got it, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw. It's caught, Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.